Cool. So let me tell you, the way that shit started
was crazy.
So that's the part that made me want to cut it off because I'm like, bro, these two families shouldn't even be together. So for people who don't know, we talking about what is it called? Divorce Black is a Tyler Perry movie on Amazon Prime. So the very first, let's say, excuse me. The very first 10 minutes of the movie, it come on. It was like, I guess it was this woman. They live in a small town, maybe, what is it, an hour and 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. So somewhere in a hick town in Georgia where it's a small black community. Y'all know how the church is. Everybody know each other. But it's one of them small churches. Ain't no AC in there. Ain't no heat in there. It's nothing. It gives one of them vibes where if you ever been to, I'm sure for most people, you live in the DMV, you got family in South Carolina or North Carolina. It gives one of them family churches in South Carolina or North Carolina. So literally, like I said, first 10 minutes, they burying a brother and the pastor, it's Megan Good father. So he in there going crazy. So when he walking into like he describing the boy who they got killed. And I'm like, holy shit, he going off like, nigga, this somebody jump. Like, what is he talking about? So the whole time it's Megan Good's husband's brother who got killed. So her entire family, I guess his family, that's their thing. Like they were the bad family in this small community from robbing people or whatever the case may be. So he ended up getting killed by one of the members who go to church. So one of Megan Good's husband's brothers tried to rob an older woman from the church and she smoked his ass. So he in it going crazy. And then the mother, listen, the Megan Good husband right there, his mother right there, and his three other brothers. So he's sitting here, she telling the story, and the father going off, and then here come the mother. You motherfucker, you better not sit here. I'm like, hold the fuck on. How are these two people together? And one father is, you tell me, hold on, so tell me how this happened.
You know how it happened.
No, one father is a pastor of this small community, and then she married the goddamn worst family in the community.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that happens.
Man, that shit made me cut that shit off. I'm like, this shit is not even believable,
that
dog.
Sounds black.
Nah, dog.
That sounds black.
That happens a lot.
Listen to what I'm telling you. You know what made me watch it again? Because I'm like, I'm gonna give it another chance because I was listening to him on the Breakfast Club, and then I seen all the like when the Shade Room and all them picked it up because I think they had like a -0 on Rotten Tomato. So I seen the dude trying to defend it, and I read through. Of course, I know I read through the comments, so I'm looking at people sit here and be like, you know, they giving their opinion, and other people were like, nah, it was actually good. Like it started off. A lot of people probably felt like it started off kind of rough, and it was like, all right, what we doing? But then so let's be clear. It started off crazy, and it ended like a Tyler Perry movie. So in the middle was like, all right, cool. This was a good movie. Like in the middle part, like if you can get past maybe the first 25 minutes over the extra dramatics on why these two should never have been together in the first place, then you make it through the middle. It's like, all right, it's cool. It's understandable. It's kind of wild. Like this nigga keep popping up at her job. He was doing a lot. And then I understood the mental abuse was realistically worse than the physical. Because she could take the physical, but the mental literally broke her down. And then even just like going into like the conversation with her father when he played that old video, that throwback joint of her when she was a kid or something. He was like, I haven't seen you like this since you've been with this dude. And you talking about, she keeps saying like it throughout the joint. She reminded people like I'm about to be 40. And she been with him since 17. So you like, damn, you ain't been yourself for almost damn near 2 decades. Because you were trying to make this marriage work, but it realistically, it was from it like, dog, y'all should never have ever in life been together. Like how did this two, like there's no way in hell y'all two should even made it together.
But that happens though. Like when they younger, it's not a big deal. Like we 17, right? So it don't really make a difference. But the older you get, like you just kind of.
You gotta think if she a preacher's daughter, all right, and he's the bad boy of the town. That's what she gonna be attracted to more. Because my dad don't want to, want me talking to him. Just like on the show with Shorty, what's his name? Papa.
Yeah,
Papa and his girl. How his father don't want him dealing with that girl. So I mean, that's a normal thing.
Like it was realistic. The first half of the movie made me want to continue to watch the movie because it was like, damn, what the hell? Like you took the body out of the coffin and
that shit was. That's what I'm saying. Like, dog, what the what was it? So again, so my bad. So I'm skipping all over the place. So you're absolutely right. That part happened. I don't know how I forgot. That was the part that threw me completely off. And I'm like, I'm cutting this shit off because I tried to watch it while I was on vacation, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
I probably didn't see that part.
So so they literally after the father was going crazy, and he reading the mother for filth, and they all in there. So the brothers get upset, and the mother tell her sons to take the body out the casket because the mother was like, we don't need y'all money, we don't need y'all help to bury my son, so take him out of the casket. So she make her other 4 kids who are alive take their brother out of the casket so they could bury him in their front yard, dog.
But I think that's where she said their family is buried. Like that's where they buried that family.
That's some country shit right there.
So that's what they do.
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. For any dude who has not watched this, if you have a girlfriend or you got a girl that you can lay up with and watch this, I recommend it. Because just as a straight man trying to watch that movie by yourself, it's going to take you some time. Because that shit, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to take some breaks. Like, and there's certain Jones that you can get me early, and I can be in on the chick flicks. But some chick flicks, you just need some vagina to lay beside you to actually watch. If you want it, because that's all I kept thinking about. Like when I made it to the end, I was like, I probably realistically know for a fact. Like I was just thinking back, like pandemic time, I could have made this through if you had like some. Like this was the pandemic, you had something to lay up beside with and just watch it. You could get through this easily because a woman can kind of like. It'd be certain movies like when they kind of just be like, bro, I really don't want to watch this shit. You need a woman to be laid right beside you to kind of like give you that little, to get you over the roller coaster, to get you back into the movie. Like, all right, cool, it's cool.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that because, like I said, when we was watching it downstairs, everybody was watching it. If I wouldn't have watched it by myself. But because they would just watch
it as a family,
so I'm gonna just tune into it, you know.
And that's
everybody else.
So, exactly.
If you're talking about watching by myself, I probably would have turned that shit off.
That's my point. And I kept thinking, I'm like, dog. And because I was just like, and you know, the crazy thing is, I stopped myself because I was literally. When I first seen the joint, like the Neighborhood Talk posted the negative Rotten Tomato joint, and I think it was like what was it, Lindsay? What was one of them funny comedian women that's on them daytime talk shows, and I think she talked about how bad the movie was and was saying Tyler Perry is cool, you be giving black actors jobs, but you need to give some black writers a job. I was ready to green screen it in 8 minutes because I was like, and I'm glad I didn't do it because I was like, that's corny of me to sit here and give a review on a movie and I didn't actually finish the job.
But my only thing, when they say the black writers, I mean, like that feels like that looked like a black thing, though.
Good produced that movie.
Like everything that was going in that movie looked like black shit, though.
Yeah, in the middle, I think that beginning just was so crazy. And like I said, it could realistically, if you are from that part of the South, all of that shit may be actually true and people probably could relate to it. But just for me personally, I don't live in that part of the South. So that shit kind of just threw me for a loop. Was like, nah, dog, it ain't no way in hell y'all about to get this off.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
No, it was straight. After I finally got through it, it was cool. And I liked the way it ended. I liked that she smoked the nigga. Spoiler alert. Like, I liked that she packed that nigga up. Like, all right, cool. Like, I did like that part. And it was just so smart how she even did it. Like, I don't want to completely do it, but the way she kind of lured him back into the house, like, and like going into detail with the sexy voice, like, oh, his sex was better. Because as a man,
triggered the hell out of his ass.
It triggered every nigga who was watching it because I could only imagine. Because in his mind, he thinking that she been cheating on him the whole time and she wasn't. So she kind of just linked into it like, all right, that's what you think was going on. I know how to trigger you, and I know that you got a bad attitude, so I know what's going to make you crash out. I'm going to sit here and tell you how good this nigga sex game was, and realistically, we wasn't even having sex.
So if you had to play a role, who would you be in that movie?
I'd rather be the friend.
The best friend?
Yeah.
The lawyer? The whatever. The attorney dude or whatever.
I don't know what he was. What was his name? Jamie or whatever he was?
That was married to her friend?
Yeah.
So what would you have done? Remember they confronted him, the boyfriend at the bar. Remember that when they was leaving from the bar?
Uh-huh.
And they was like, oh, what you doing here? You need to get your ass beat again. And he ain't really do nothing. The boy that Megan Good started seeing. Would you have let them talk real crazy like that to you?
See, I guess maybe because the backstory was they already fucked him up before.
Right, but so you just would have been like, all right, I'm just gonna get in my car and go. Like,
I don't know. Because I think he was smart enough to kind of feel like he probably knew he could physically beat all of them separately. But I don't know how. I mean, with the way they was describing it when they was young, I guess that time him and Megan Good tried to hook up before, they beat him so bad where he had to go to the hospital. And she was like, you could have pressed charges. Why you ain't pressed charges? Like, he was kind of just like, nah, whatever the case. Like, I don't know. So it was kind of like, you kind of confused on that. And I'm not gonna lie. If that was and the crazy thing is, I was wondering, like, the way he was judging the dude Dallas, the way his man, what's his man name? Jamie? I want to say it was something. It was Jamie. Yeah, so let's just say the way Jamie was kind of like when he came to their house and he was just like,
talking real reckless.
And he was talking real reckless. No, that part would have never slapped because I'm thinking like because one, you got to look at it like, all right, your girl's homegirl, new boo, just already beat this nigga ass. And now you allowing him to come in your house and call your girl out of your name. Nigga, you out of pocket right there. Fuck the pot. She wouldn't even have been mad if he would have brought up you cheated on her before, if you would have smacked the shit out of him as soon as he called her out her name.
But hold up, but that is your man though.
So what? Nigga, this is my wife. You can't. I don't give a fuck if you my man. You can't call my wife no fucking bitch. Are you crazy?
You gonna let that happen?
Yeah, no, that can't fly. Hell no, that can't fly. Hell no, that nigga. Because
that's why I felt like he was kind of toying between, like, damn, this is my, you know what I'm saying?
So like, what, nigga? Yo, man, guess what I can't do? I can't fuck my man, nigga.
You're right. No, you're right.
So it ain't no, it's no, if I gotta choose between my man and some goddamn pussy that I'm trying to get every night, or at least every other night, nigga, I'm always gonna choose my woman's side over my man. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you that. And especially we married. This ain't like this was just some random ass girl I was dating.
So you just popped them off the break.
Yeah, because then it wouldn't even have got to the point where she was like, because guess what she was, I promise you, she did not care about you cheating on her however long ago that was. She was really pissed that you allowed this nigga to disrespect her in y'all house and you didn't have the balls enough to do nothing.
Yeah, that's great.
Like that nigga was just pussy the whole entire movie. Like, nah, no. Like the whole movie, I'm like, bro, it's no, give me a second. Like, hell no. Did you, real quick, while we on movies, have you seen, what's the joint on Netflix? It's called Supercell.
No.
All right, so I ain't gonna spoil it. We ain't got to go too crazy in the details, but it's like Top Boy meets a Marvel movie. So it's basically a black fiction movie where it's literally like Top Boy. And the crazy thing is, I never wanted to watch Top Boy because of those accents and all that bruv and all that other stuff that they sitting here talking about. I could never watch one of them jokes because it was just like, it was super. It's just like them shows. I just can't watch one of them shows. So like, but realistically, I got into it. I allowed myself to watch it, and I don't even like superhero movies. Like I don't watch Marvel movies. Never seen a Marvel movie in my life, probably besides X-Men, and this was when I was a kid. Like the very first X-Men. I've never watched. I think I probably been seen a couple clips of Deadpool because it come on TV all the time. But actually sitting there watching them, I never did. So because of course you're on vacation, and I walked every day, so of course after a while your legs tired, you just want to relax. So I end up watching. After I got into the first episode, you kind of like, oh damn, they tying in like some street shit with like Marvel almost. It's literally like oh, that's the best way I can compare it. It's literally like a Marvel movie tied into Top Boy. So if you like any of those things, you're probably gonna like it realistically. Or if you don't, like I said, I don't like neither one of them. Never that did. One thing I can say about this movie or this series, it made me be like, damn, I could probably go back and actually watch Top Boy now because I got through this shit. This shit was like, this was kind of long. Like them episodes was like an hour long or something. I mean, and it may have been like, shit, I don't know, like 10 or 7. Let me look on that.
It was like the first season.
Yeah, this was the first season. It was the first season, and the dude, and he got all the actors were from London. He from London. What is the joint? And I watched the Beverly Hills Cop joint. That joint was fire too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, that joint was good. Beverly Hills Cop. What number is that? Is it a number on that?
No, it's not.
Oh no, it's just Beverly Hills Cop. It ain't no number on it. Axel Foley. But that joint was straight. But yeah, like I said, that sickle cell joint, and it was tight because realistically, I think we talked about sickle cell on here before when it was like just realistically in the black community. To me, the most popular person that I knew, I forgot about T-Balls, but just at that time, I can't remember when we talked about it before, but I said it on here, and the most popular person to me was what's the dude from Mobb Deep? Prodigy. So that's how I kind of knew about it. So even the way they tied it, the people had their superpowers from somebody in their family who had sickle cell. Necessarily, they didn't have it, but maybe one of their parents had it. So it just was like, it was a trickle down effect. So one of them had it. But like I said, it was a good job. It was like one of those, like I said, if you're into Top Boy, if you're into like superhero movies, give it a shot. It's literally the joint called Supercell. So, and it, like I said, the accents won't throw you off too much, and it kind of make you laugh because you just be so like how they don't say nigga, but they just be like bruv. So it kind of just make you laugh after a while. Like you can get used to the way they use their lingo like super fast. So it was like a good joke. Like I said, I'm not gonna do no spoilers on it because I'm sure it's still a lot of people who may have not got hip to it. And like I said, that Beverly Hills Cop jump was something else that I watched. That was fire. Shout out to Odell Beckham Jr.